the bone, bro. Right in the bone. All right. Who's ready for some boom, baby, boom? Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm Mark Saint. This is Saint's Addiction. I got my Weed Club shirt on. Weed Club's worldwide. The energy's worldwide. And we're going to talk this morning about some of that crazy chaotic energy that I've been receiving lately. Coming back to Vegas after traveling the world for a year, receiving or offboarding or not receiving, matter of fact, all this crazy fucking energy that motherfuckers be trying to throw their way. I say keep that same energy to yourself. That's this morning marijuana motivation, Saints Addiction. Boom, baby, boom. We in this bitch. Let's get some shine. Shine a little light on the situation, on the sitch, if you will. So this is what happens, right? You got to hit the cash out button. And I'll tell you the story real quick. So my mom's tripping. I'm overseas, Thailand. Everybody knows I travel the world by now, or maybe it's your first time watching the show. I don't know. Fuck it anyway. So the point being is, when you're doing the damn thing, right, out there in the real world, or however you handle your shit, trying to get that thing to stick, right? Um, the energy that you give, right? The energy you give off, or the way that you come across, or whatever, it sticks on people, right? You know, I found out more about the Champs Convention. The girl really might have been trying to steal the bike, and I might have been Captain Sabaho in that moment. And anyway, I was just trying to help, but her homeboy did leave, and the other dude did make it all about herself. But that's neither here nor there. Trying to bust roll people because you have chaotic energy, right? Because you wanted to steal a bike and make it all about you. Everybody has to bend the rules, right? So I sent my mom some money overseas, and she's bitching at me. It's not working. It's not working. I'm like, Mom, I sent it. She never helped herself to hit the cash out button. She didn't know how, but she also wanted to bitch and moan the whole way, drag me through the hot coals. You know the kind of person I'm talking about. The person that doesn't want to help themselves. And this just happened with the homie. It's money. It's Monday morning. It's the Monday morning motivation today, and he needed some money. Stuck in Cambodia. I have a friend. My boy Miles came through for me, helping me when one of my friends from England sent me £100. I needed somebody in Thailand with a British bank account so I could cash out. Now, this is all important to hit the cash out button because motherfuckers miss their opportunity constantly with chaotic energy. He's all drunk on drugs, man. You keep the money, stick it up your ass, da 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 da. And he's too drunk to read the number that I sent him. Now, mind you, I was up till 4 a.m. that night before with my friend to make sure it happened because it's a different time zone. I didn't go to bed till it was handled. I wake up in the morning and he goes, nothing. You stole my money. And I go, wait a minute. You gave me the wrong email. Of course you didn't get your confirmation because your dumbass gave me the wrong email. And then he goes on, you're stealing from me. 2 big old paragraphs. I just ignoring it. Dude, I got to have a better morning than that. And I don't want to onboard your chaotic energy into me, right? So homeboy's on, blah, 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 you stole from me. And I'm just letting him go off. And I'm like, can you not read, bro? And then he looked and he got all sober or whatever. And he's like, oh my God, this whole time I'm bitching, drilling holes in my canoe, fucking with you, being disrespectful to you when you were trying to help me. And the number was right in front of me. Now, they talk about this state of consciousness many times. I forget what book it was. But the guy talked about his awareness. He was bitching. Busy ass fucking restaurant. Waitress going back and forth. Like, can I get a menu? And she looked at him disgusted. And she was like, it's right in front of you. Like that. The menu's right in front of you. I'm busy as fuck, and you want to stop the busiest chick. Oh, check out the new Raw hat. Yeah, baby, Raw gave me this hat. But you want to stop the busiest chick. She's got all these fucking customers and all these tables, and you're over here not helping yourself. Like, excuse me, miss, can I get the menu? And she's like, bro, it's right in front of you. And usually your situation, your solutions are right in front of you. It's the work you're not doing. It's the work you're avoiding. It's the perspective that you're not seeing. And it happened, I say it again over and over, and I know it's going to sound crazy, but one day in China, I was running around a plane, train, and an automobile. I'll never forget. And I missed the last train, and I threw a fit. I threw my own bag down. I'm hopping and popping like I'm fucking Rumpelstiltskin. You know, the devil must have told you, you know, I'm hopping up and down pissed, and all these people just made a big circle around me. It's a lot of people in China. I mean, a big circle around me like I was breakdancing. And, damn, this thing's all running. It ran all bad. Oh, it ran on me. Oop, it still running on me. Hold tight, hold tight. Woo! It burnt. It burnt out. Look at that. That's still weed. Oh, my weed is still burning out. Yeah. Ooh. Anyway, but that's what it is. It's a situation where you can't see your forest through your trees. You want to blame everybody, and that's why I posted this morning. People acting like we're victims of situations they created. It reminds me of my ex. She would just want me to jump in. You created this situation. You're in Norway. You need your EBT. You need your unemployment. And then you're mad at me because you didn't plan to get a room so you could record it when they interview you. You know, when you do your unemployment interview, she's all the way in Thailand trying to get free money in Norway, but it's on me because she didn't prepare. I'm like, did you just really just put that on me? I thought you had this handled. I did handle it. I just ran around with you trying to find spots, and you're infighting your teammates. That's you. That's how you play the game. As soon as you throw the ball and you're quarterbacking, as soon as everybody gets back to the huddle, you're tuning everybody's ass out like you dropped the ball. Okay, cool. So if you're going to point out every time that that's the way you are as a teammate, how you think your teammates are going to respond when you're human and you drop the ball? They're going to be like, you really dropped the ball, right? So motherfuckers can't wait to ride ass, right? They can't wait to talk shit, but they can't wait to, they never wait to be aware. They don't ever wake up for their solution. And my girl's like, man, you got some characters in your life. And I just call it chaotic energy because that chaotic energy is something I don't onboard, right? It's like if you're flipping around and you want me to argue with a drunk person back and forth about a number I already sent hours ago, you can help yourself. No one's trying to steal your money. Matter of fact, we were trying to help you, and then you called us thieves. And then it's like, you know, this kind of things that's like, oh man, that doesn't make sense to me. So it's just another one of those things, that chaotic energy where people like randomly talk to me while I'm on the phone, or telling me their life stories in the DMs, or come at me from some sort of sideways shit that I didn't even see. You know, I just go, I don't want to be a part of that shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a part of things that make me feel chaotic. How are you doing? And that's just what I do. So it's like one of those things that I totally suggest you do too, is don't onboard some energy that doesn't belong to you, right? If it isn't fit, if it's a glove, if it doesn't fit, you ought to quit. And quit the drama, quit the llama, quit the chaotic energy, because it's gonna fuck with you. It's gonna onboard your system, your computer system, take up all your CPU, all your computer printing, all your ability to stay consciousness and stay aware and be healthy, right, is now getting sucked away with the drama. And the people don't feel it suck away from them. I mean, talking about nervous system and neural pathways and chemicals and all this other things, right? When I was at school running, hold tight. Oh, man. Back to my Las Vegas mix, baby. All this energy you saw onboarding, now whatever you had your computer doing before, your minds, your thoughts, your energy, your programming, is now hijacked, right? I call it emotional hijacking, because like people will try to hijack your emotions and be like, oh my god, this just happened, live in my chaos, give me energy, give me attention. And it's like, I don't, you know, I'm like almost like I don't give dollars out on the streets because I don't want to enforce panhandling, right? And I don't want to enforce drama queening, and I don't want to enforce non-thinking, right? So it's just like, you know, you might not be conscious, you might not be aware, but I am. And like I said, I'm different, man. I see people. I see things differently. I've been around the world. I see when people are getting bowed up. I can see when people are using their ego. I see when people are compensating, if you will. You know what I mean? Like we all do it. You've seen big trucks. You've seen fast cars. You've seen cleavage before. We're all trying to compensate for something. The tough part is when you're not complacent, but you're what's the good word that I want to say? Complacency is a killer. It's not complacent. It's a C word like that. When you are not content, maybe it's content, but yeah, maybe it's content because when you're content with who you are, then you stop putting so much energy and proving it to other people. Then you stop delivering it so chaotically, right? This is the whole bits about this, the bits and pieces of chaotic energy that we all feel and exhibit. You know, we all feel anxiety, we all feel fear, we all have instability in our lives, if you will. But like, this is about not keeping the chaos inside you, right? That's why I always exercise the demons. I can let that energy leave me in a healthy format versus, oh my God, I gotta stress over that. I gotta freak the fuck out. Everything's wrong. I'm gonna stack more anxiety on top of myself. I'm going to onboard things from my past or stack some more shit on me and just be overly emotional, overly drama, drilling holes in my own canoe. That's the only way I can keep saying it. Somebody's usually paddling and somebody's usually drilling. I hate to be the same somebody, right? And it's usually me. That's going to be a tough part for you to see. When Ray Diola, if you ever get a chance, watch his video, man. They created a successful way for teams to win, and there's a loop in the success train. A lot of people want to keep it linear, like it's a line. It's more like a roller coaster. But, you know, you got to develop your team and how you're going to communicate with your team, right? The way that he does it with his team is they have radical honesty. You know, there's going to be some times where maybe you don't want to hear that honesty, right? Like nobody wants to hear that they're getting like fat, right? Nobody wants to hear that their shoes suck or this is bad, this is good. You don't want to hear that shit, right? Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. But, you know, when we have these kind of weird energies, right? Weird energies around me right now, the weird looks, you know, the people maybe not get you. Human beings are very judgmental, very nosy, very curious creatures. They're almost like a cat, and curiosity killed the cat. What you want to be is conscious. That's what you want to be. You want to be aware of your triggers. You want to be aware of your neural pathways. You want to be aware of your feelings, not believe them, but aware of them. You're going to be aware of yourself when you're getting anxious. You're going to be aware of yourself when you haven't been breathing. You're going to be aware of yourself if you haven't been drinking water. These things are essential for function on this planet. It's not just us. It's insects, it's snakes, it's everything, right? Insects, reptiles, mammals, all of us. And in this, it's like, you know, taking care. We talk about self-care, you know, it's this consciousness that is actual self-care. You know, when I was talking about my friend Jenny being so woke with her sons, it was just like, you know, we were on the phone, we haven't talked for years, and her son's up her ass while we were talking. And she was like, honey, I'm giving my attention to my friend right now. I'll give you my attention when I'm done with my friend. It doesn't work when you're trying to split it in the end. And you know what I'm saying too. Everybody's like, mommy, 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 mommy. I'm on the fucking phone. She didn't do that. She didn't do that shit at all. She didn't do, see that energy right there? She didn't do that negative shit like, I'm on the fucking phone. She didn't do that. No, she was just like, I will give you my attention as soon as I'm done with my friend. I'm on the phone, and I would like to give my friend my attention right now. And, you know, we're adults, and we just want to have a smoke break and talk freely, and we don't want the fucking kids talking in, and then they think they're a part of the conversation because they heard some part of it, and then they want the attention, so they try to chime in. And you're like, bro, there's no chiming in here. There's only one microphone, you know, and I'm on it. You know, it's not a microphone. Stop talking and suck it. This is it. And I'm fucking this chicken. And they have this phrase, you can look it up in the Urban Dictionary, but it is something that I've done multiple times, thousands of times, and you're coming over and you're trying to run it, micromanage it, whatever the fuck you thought you were gonna do. Like the lady when we were installing it, she was just like, and fucked it, and just came around, just kind of like she was shaking her worry on us like some kind of witchcraft. I'm like, lady, go away, get out of here. And when I turned back, it was already fucked, and I'm just like, you're not helping, stop. And it's like, you're not lifting anything. You're no one asked for your help. You're no one's manager, and you just came around, got nosy, meddled, and made it worse. And that's like these people in positions of little authority, like a security guard or HR department or a manager. They just meddle, and you're like, dude, you're making it worse. And that's what we were talking about today. He was just making his situation worse, dude. And I was like, come on, bro. Like, I literally sent you the numbers hours ago. And all he kept doing was sending me the same shit, the same message, the same worry, the same anxiety, the same hate. And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to help you. I got no spot for you. I got no spot for hate. I got no spot for misunderstanding. I got no spot to hold your chaotic energy and think I wanted to participate in arguing with you or spend time trying to rationalize with a drunk person than actually spend time with my girlfriend or and I can see it kind of coming that way. I think that's what's made me different that way. And I'm like, if I pick up this phone call right now, it might be an hour-long phone call. I used to just pick up. And now I'm on I don't want to hear this person shit for next hour. I don't have the mental space and fortitude and consciousness to take them on. Do you know what I mean? Like, have you ever done that? Where you're just like, I don't have the energy to, I'm sure you've done it, to not have the conversation. Someone's called you and you didn't have the energy to, like, participate in what they had going on. And there will be some circus and there will be some monkeys and there will be some motherfuckers who'll be like, come on over here, come get chaotic with me. And that was my definition of insanity, bro. Broken Babes, 25 or 15% off. You mentioned Saints Addiction, baby. Yep, we got affiliate codes now. I'm gonna get some more for Futurola. As soon as I get off this phone, I gotta call Futurola and the Mike Tyson papers. But last time I showed all this stuff off, every time I show off any of the products, they flag it. It's weird, right? So they flag it, and I don't know. Maybe I'm getting shadow banned. I don't know. I don't try to control it anymore. It's just too much for me. It's just like, I don't know, I say fuck censorship. Who knows what's gonna happen? At any moment, shit, they could delete me, bro. Like, like sometimes I'll do a video and then they'll just say, oh, it's not our community standards, and boop, delete. Instead of let me download it, they can let me download it before they delete it, I feel, but they're not doing that. So that's not real. That's not cool. That's not fun at all either. So I've been just shipping it, bro. I won't let it stop till I get the drop, and that's the kind of attitude I think you're going to have. So one of these days, you're going to face it. One of these days, it's going to be in front of you. And one of these days, you're going to have to say, that's not the energy I want to have today. I don't want to have that kind of chaotic energy. I want to have a good week. I just spent a whole week in front of chaos at the convention and people jockeying for position, or maybe they wanted to look cool, or maybe they want to act like they have more money than they do, or maybe they want to be famous, and there's there's like the only one famous person in there is like Mike Tyson. We got Ric Flair. Who else was in there? I didn't see much anybody else. Chris Webber, and what's the other guy's name? He's not even that popular to know his name. He's an NBA player, but like, what's his name? That was about it. That was like the top 5. I was getting jealous because I saw Hulk Hogan one time. Motherfucking Hulk Hogan's looking ass. Who else? Dennis Rodman. Fucking all sorts of motherfuckers. They're their own chaotic energy right there, bro. That's their own chaotic energy. It's just like this guy sweeping. He came in, he knows I'm recording. He's like literally sweeping next to me in some passive aggressive way. But then he could have started around the building like he just did already. So it's just like, people are funny. I see people. I see chaotic energy. I see when they're tripping. Maybe it's the benefit of having a manic depressive mother and seeing when she's not regulated, or she's not right, or shit's about to pop off. The change in her tone, the change in moods, the behavior the subversive behavior, you know, how people are, where they're just being subversive. They got nothing better to do than to meddle. And instead of meddling in their own lives and their own goals and what they should be focused on, they'll jump into Brad Pitt's life and another narcissist's life. We're talking about like a narcissist. We're talking about like are in prime positions like teachers, actors, judges. They get in these power positions so that it can execute power on someone else. I personally love power because I don't want someone to have power over me, right? I like being powerful. I like having my own strength, my own mental strength, my own physical strength, my own inner strength. So it's like those things I pride myself on: physical strength, inner strength, and mental strength, right? So if you can have the fortitude, right, to keep it, not like glue where it sticks to you, but if you can just be like pink, like, or maybe not even let it hit you, kind of like Neo, and you can hold the bullets and be like, that's not real reality. That's not really who I am. That's not really what I believe. Sure, you feel that way, right? And people can feel a whole range of ways at different times at you. But I mean, centeredness, consciousness, this ability to process yourself and your own soul, I think that's worth everything. You know, that's the game, is knowing your own self-worth. They say that all the time, but they mean knowing yourself, and they just didn't say worth. It's yourself. Knowing yourself is enough. And but it's the whole part of your life to figure out. It's like, what's my role to play in it? When Ray Diallo was breaking down that system, and I highly suggest you look at it, you know, that radical honesty will be tough because now they're tracking it. Check this out. They're putting AI with it. I think it's called Connect the Dots, but the Dot app was seeing how you voted anyway. When situations happened, it tracked it the whole way through. And then they're going to try to pre-predict what kind of situation are you. And I think that's just fantastic. You know what I mean? I think that's just absolutely amazing to not only track yourself in your decision making, but have all the AI to predict it, algorithms to predict it, your friends to chip in on it, and all of you guys to be honest about it, honest about the way that you are, honest about your response rate, honest about your tone, honest about your attitudes and perspectives. You know, some people are afraid to go there. They never set up rules and regulations in the relationship. They just get on and go on. And this guy I just met coming out of my mom's shop, he was picking up cigarettes or water or something, and I was making shirts, and I was like, here's a sticker. I gave him the Adidas Addicted sticker, you know, where it says the weed leaf, but it's an Adidas symbol, and it says addicted instead of Adidas, right? And here's a free one. Oh, May, I'll give you 20 baht. It's like less than $1.06. It's all the money I made for the day. I was like, cool, I'll take whatever I can get. You're the first one to pay. I'll take any money I can get. He went off, said he put the sticker, and forgot to take a picture. And then it was like, oh no. And then he's like, mate, I'll take you out to dinner and we can go eat at my favorite restaurant. I eat here every night. Okay, let's smash food. He's kind of a wild boy. He spoke a lot about karma and all the drugs that he's done. And, you know, there's a lot of ones that are so chaotic that they have to do this amount of drugs, right? And his thing wasn't to stop drinking. He said, I need to do drugs while I'm drinking. And he's like, Danny, drunk Danny, nobody likes. And it's like, there's a version of us that nobody likes, bro. In our consciousness, especially your subconsciousness, when you're doing those kind of drugs and you're getting inebriated, it comes out of us, bro. It literally seeps out of our fucking pores and becomes us. And usually we take it out on our loved ones. That's the weird part. So it's like when you're becoming conscious and you're aware of yourself, you're gonna have to get some breaks, because I was all gas, no brakes. Get some step back skills, you know, the step away, the step back fade. You know, you're gonna have to get some moves on you, some movidas, some smooths. I actually saw a smooth moves. They called it smooths. I couldn't believe it. See, my ideas in front of me. Somebody better do something. So you better do something before you do something. You know, beat yourself to the punch, you know, because like, you know, like I know most of us, once we're popped off, we're a rocket and we're already in launch. You know, I'm trying to get it before I'm in launch, before I'm in orbit, before I'm spinning around in space going like, what just happened? Why is all this energy happening? Why is it so loud right now with the garbage truck? Why is it so loud with the thing popping up? Why is it so loud with the diesel coming by? Like, chaotic energy, bro. Chaotic energy. So watch it. You'll know when it's happening. First, the universe will whisper, but then it will roar. And before it roars, try to anticipate it. Give yourself a chance to sit with it, because it comes to us from all angles. It gets weird when we don't have friends around and a good support system. It gets weird when we don't have a sounding board and a mirror to bounce it off of. It gets weird when we can't look ourselves in the mirror and identify what kind of human we are. We've been playing this game of chemicals and feelings and visuals in our brain for so long that that's been the main movie. And if we want to change the channel, change the movie, write the next chapter, that will have to be in some awakening and some consciousness, and somebody that's actually wherewithal to see that they are just an entity too, that lives up in their brain, and the way that they think it becomes. And if they want it to become this way, it is this way because they chose this way. And that's a crazy thing to say, especially when I'm seeing people die on the streets and homeless people. And I want to say they chose that way. I'm saying you have options. That's what I'm saying. Because even if they did choose that way, there were still people coming out giving water. There's still people that are coming out with their tablets and taking pictures. There's still people accountable out there, right? So if you're of accounting, account for yourself, your responsibilities, your actions, your behaviors. He's like, oh, may I apologize? I'm like, I don't accept apologies, bro. The only apology I accept is change behavior. And if you get slammed again and start talking shit again, it's a wrap. Matter of fact, it's already a wrap. So until he gets sober, I got nothing but a go for him. He can go for someone else's attention and go for someone else's drama llama and someone else's attention. I'm not your father. I'm not going to get all wound up in your drama. I should have seen it coming when all you post is they're stealing my money and Discord and all this things with cryptocurrency and all this weird shit. And I was just like, none of that makes sense. None of that makes sense to me at all, and I don't really give a shit, and that's when that's your circus, that's your monkey. Not today, Jesus. Not today, Satan, they say. And not today. And maybe not ever, now that I have my mental clarity. I don't have to be around all those people. It doesn't feel so chaotic. I got to rest for 2 days in the weekend. It feels good. I feel better. And that's what all that matters, I think, is this feeling better. And if you don't believe me, you already see 3 people coming out of this spot. If you elderly, unhealthy, sick in the hospital, you'll know what it is, bro. You'll know about that chaotic energy real quick. Because then it just shuffles everything off. It makes the whole Maslow's hierarchy get thrown off, and that's all it is. So, I'm just sitting here telling people like how I chill myself out. It's not just the weed, it's the breathing, it's the perspective, and it's also not getting so wound up in it for reals, because I used to just jump right on in it. I'm like, yay, drama, what happened? Oh my god, I'm running over to be Captain Sabaho and she's getting arrested. Come on guys, let's do something about it. That was totally me. But I'm also knowing that this chick is crazy. She should be at home with her baby. And not my circus, not my monkeys. I don't want to just watch. I don't want to be Captain Sabaho, and I don't want to be a hero, and I don't want to be a zero. So if I didn't know it was Koi CBD, I wouldn't have known them and the owners, and they've always been cool with me. So, you're trying to help people, you try to make things better, you try to make yourself better, and then you're growing. That's when I know from Ray Diallo, and I'm telling you, download his thing. He's huge, one of the top 100 richest men in the world, and his healthy perspective at looking at communication and teamwork and personalities. He fixed the topic and gave it away for free. So you can't beat that, you guys. That's your morning motivation. If you got anything out of this, dude, go see Ray Diola and see how you can build a successful team, and the art of creativity and communication. It's a wonderful thing. So you don't have to onboard anybody's chaotic energy. you can establish how you communicate, and I guess that's a boundary. And then from there on out, you can be Neo too, and stop these bullets from flying at you, or whatever the name calling, or haters, or energy. He's telling you that's not you, and it doesn't have to be you. And I know that sounds super Buddha or super Zen. Me too. You know, I'm not in my bungalow naked anymore, getting to fucking meditate by myself in the monkeys, but I can feel it that I don't have to accept those kind of energies, those chaotic energies. Get the peace. So peace and love, and as always, Chi Gapan. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Share with a friend, man. The other side of fear, the other side of your excuses, the other side of the world. That's where this will be. Peace.